Who's got better weather than us? Practically everybody south of here. It's snowing, it feels like it's 10 degrees. Believe it or not, this is Michael's first Solheim Cup. Says he wants to come back, and who wouldn't? Chris Jenkins ran right up to our camera with a message for everybody. Keep doubting us. Keep doubting us. He keeps coming back here to Toledo Speedway to drive this thing, a school bus. Why? Well, figured we'd hop in and talk to Ken to figure out why it's so addicting. How do you actually flip one of these things?
There's an art to it. They only flip on their side.
Well, it's why they got this padding right here.
Yeah, that's what we refer to as the safer barrier.
On their roster, Lila is still listed as a team manager. Like, doesn't even have the number next to her, which
She manages the game. She manages the game really well, man.
A lot of people around here are hoping that it's the Michigan Wolverines. Joel.
Well, I know the guys wearing white who just walked out behind me hope it's them. That was Washington. You're holding your board down here. Would you mind holding that up?
It's secret stuff here. I can't really let you get a close-up.
Scott beat Lima Senior, but Lima Senior's at 2. Scott is down here. Rhett's on the college football playoff committee, by the way. The results of the games just...
No, listen.
Joel Sebastianelli, you're going to welcome your leader, Joseph Newgarden, also your pole sitter for the 3rd consecutive race to pit road.
Joseph Newgarden slides his Chevy right onto his marks. He's going from blacks to blacks. Patrick Stewart slips the fuel out. A flawless final stop. He's been flawless all weekend. 6.5 seconds, he's gone. Thanks, guys. With Scott McLaughlin, our winner here at Mid-Ohio, and a winner celebrating in a way that I think we can all relate to with proud parents. How cool is it to get it done in front of them?
Yeah, man, it's huge.
Dion, if you're Coach Floyd, what are you talking about in this time?
Well, first of all, we got to get the ball in.
And when it comes to getting the course ready every single day, that all begins inside Barn 1 with a special set of tools and a man with a specific set of skills.
I don't know about ends back here, but yeah, everything starts in the shop. If it's not right when we set it up, it's not going to be right there.
Out there, 18 holes, 7,730 yards, all covered by 30 men and machines.
Just make sure all the equipment is ready for the golf course, be it changing a spark plug in a backpack blower to sharpening reels on these $50,000 machines.
He doesn't make it sound like much. But his barn is the loudest place on the course. And his job, equipment manager, is more than mechanic. Bo and his team sharpen every blade daily.
The reason it's so important is you want to make sure that when you get out there to cut the grass, this blade comes around frequently enough to get every blade.
It takes a sharp mind to make it back here.
My dad was a mechanic, and it just came so easy to me. Knowing what this guy is expected to do is where I excel.
Bo was a superintendent in Georgia, managed equipment at Kapalua, home of the PGA's Tournament of Champions, but Inverness is in a league of its own.
The history is so thick and so deep here. When I had the opportunity to come, I jumped. I'm just thankful they brought me.
Not everybody knows how much work goes into making the club look immaculate. But Bo knows.
It's nice to see all my neighbors on my street. They know where I work. They know what I do. I'm very prideful of it. To sit there and watch it, yeah, I get to see it every day. And you kind of expect to see perfection.
Michigan is undefeated, ranked number 2 in the country, and during TV timeouts, they hand it off to the nation's number 1 good boy.
Yeah, he's not phased, which is pretty remarkable.
Victor the Frisbee dog is stealing hearts and catching everything thrown his way, rain or shine.
It's surreal, it's weird. When I come off the field after throwing, I really don't have awareness of what just happened. Victor was on the video board, and they're like, "Did you see Victor on the video board?" I'm like, "No, I forgot to look again."
Fans at the Big House can't look away. Each quarter, the 4-year-old English Black Lab plays catch with Bruce Lee, a dentist from Traverse City who makes the 4-hour trip on game day.
I went to Michigan, and our kids went to Michigan. My dad went there, my grandma went there. Twice a day, I'm just like daydreaming I wonder if Michigan athletics would ever want to use Victor for anything.
I mean, look at that face. Why wouldn't they?
I decided to call the athletic department and ask them. We had to come down and let the athletic department watch what this looked like twice before they said, we're go.
Now it's for real. Don't they know they're playing in front of the largest crowd watching Frisbee anywhere in America today?
Yes. When they asked us to do it, I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? This is scary. Victor doesn't mind it a bit. I'm just going to pretend I'm in the front yard and just do my best.
But they put up backyard numbers. 58 catches between 30 to 40 yards each. That's about 2,000 yards. If Victor was people, he'd be a shoo-in for Heisman. He's already gotten his picture taken with one winner.
I sometimes think that they might be happier to take a picture with the dog than like a person who comes up. Charles Woodson and Aiden Hutchinson, besides A-Rod. One of my favorites was probably Michael Phelps, 23 gold medals, and that one's really special.
Victor lets his game speak for itself. But if the photos, the merch, yes, there's Frisbee dog hats for sale at Ravelli Hall, and the cheers are any indication, Victor is a small part of a special Michigan football season.
Just to have something for the people to look at and be part of that, to help pass that time, we think that's pretty cool.
Rob Gwads has been the softball coach at Springfield for 21 years. He's been a grandfather for 4 years. His worlds are colliding at the Wolf Creek YMCA this summer, teaching what he loves with who he loves.
Fear tradition, 3, 1, 2, 3! Fear tradition!
And fear the next generation?
We're back a little bit. Okay, good. Here we go.
Give it some time.
Good. 1. Excellent.
Time. Springfield coach Rob Gwads plans to spend even more of it with his granddaughter Hallie this summer. He's her first T-ball coach.
Almost ready for our game, Hallie, Mama.
It's just great to be a part of her life and be a part of it every day. You know, some of my friends' grandkids live in Texas or Florida or what have you, and I'm lucky enough that Hallie lives in the cul-de-sac right across the street from me.
Remember, we want to work on throwing back a little bit, right? Get that arm back a little bit, okay?
So every Wednesday night, he's across from her on the diamond.
5 in a row. Get 6.
I told them to say 6.
6? Okay. 6.
Well, when my daughter asked me, you know, her dad works a lot, so when he's not here, I'd like to fill in and help out. Yeah, I totally jumped at the opportunity.
Hallie's jumping around too.
Yes. Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Do you get excited when all the kids are out there, the girls are out there? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun with these young kids.
Yes. Go. 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 Go.
You know, it's about teaching them the basic fundamentals and having a great time.
Good job. Slide over here. Now let it go. Excellent.
Yes. The ball doesn't fall far from the glove, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Hallie's mom was an all-state player for Papa Bunny.
Just seeing him coach her brings so many emotions, and I'm so lucky. It reminds me of him coaching me, teaching me the basics, how to throw, how to hit, and it's funny when he gets mad at her, because I remember when he used to get mad at me, so it's funny to see them interact.
Good, go baby, go.
Learning from one of the best, Gwads has won more than 400 games as Springfield head coach, 10 district titles, and when the Blue Devils made their third Final Four last season, Hallie was along for the ride.
It's rewarding, it's, you know, it's satisfying, and especially with Hallie, who's, you know, been a part of our high school program the last 2 years. She's at every practice, she's at every team dinner, she hasn't missed a game in the last 2 years. The players are great to her. You know, we're teaching her what a little Fear the Tradition is going to be about, hopefully in the future.
Who knows how much of that she'll remember. But this?
There you go. Put your hands together. Okay, go ahead.
This'll stick forever.
Yes, go!
It starts right here at 4 years old, and it continues all the way through. You know, we're just getting them ready to continue to play the game that we all love.
Baseball. Baseball on 3, ready?
With the ones they love. Toledo trying to start 2-0 in the MAC and avenge last year's homecoming loss to NIU. Huskies have won 10 of 15 against the Rockets. With apologies to Clay alum Thomas Cluckey, the fans want to see touchdowns here. 4th and 2 to Quan Finn, right into Jerwan Newton's hands. 7-0 just 3 minutes in. Cluckey would stay busy on extra points. Ensuing drive, Quinyon Mitchell all over the Ethan Hampton pass. Pick 6. Mitchell, a sophomore from Williston, Florida, had the game of his life. That was his first career INT. Gets the hang of it quickly. Rockets up 28-7 late in the second. Run it back, Quinyon. Another pick six, 35-7. They say sometimes quarterbacks see ghosts. This is another problem entirely. They can't see Quinyon Mitchell. Next NIU drive, Mitchell in the end zone. It's not a touchdown, but it prevents an NIU one. He's got a hat trick, and UT has a big lead going into halftime. 3 plays into the third quarter, NIU passing because they kind of have to, but they keep passing it to that guy, number 27. Have yourself a day. 4 interceptions, ties a school record set in 1950. Rockets win 52-32, 15 tackles for St. John's alum Dallas Gant. Quan Finn completed 13 passes, 3 for touchdowns, none of them to Mitchell.